I can't believe this. The Commanders the Commanders. I ain't heard shit about them all season. They got the weakest logo in NFL history. Why they don't got an animal like everybody else?
The spirit of Detroit.
You know, I talk about the fans having trouble processing this for the Lions, but they've built each year, gotten better and better under Dan Campbell, right? And it's been amazing what he's done to this franchise.
Them bought bugs, they knew they was gonna win. That's how I know it was rigged.
I mean, we was on the run, and we did good. I mean, maybe next year, bro.
What you just say to me? Maybe next year. What the fuck? I'm tired of hearing maybe next year, maybe next year. Every damn year, maybe next year. Ain't you tired of hearing that? I'm fed up. Don't you want a championship? I do. I do.
Hey, what's up, man? Good, man. I'm trying to be.
What's going on?
Man, just gotta talk to you, man. I know you don't take these like appointments, all right? But I got something on my mind. I need to talk to somebody, all right?
You know how long you might be?
I don't know. I'm trying to be. Can you let me in, man? I'm just trying to, like, you know.
All right, come on.
All right, please, thank you. This is college, please, thank you. So, man, I gotta talk to you about the Lions.
Talk to me about the Lions?
I truly begged and pleaded with Anwar to open the door. He didn't understand the things I was dealing with. I felt uninspired. After a loss to the Commanders, man, I didn't even know how to do content, let alone even teach tape.
I don't know shit about the Lions.
I had to go somewhere to motivate myself, and he was the only one that could do it. Licensed therapist, haven't seen him since college. Love this dude. He's my fucking man. No, that didn't sound right. My bad.
I got you sweating, man. It's a hot day, man. Relax. Come on in. Man, you good, man?
Yeah, man.
Damn, man, you good?
I mean, yeah.
What that 14 mean, man? That 14 mean like you put on 14 pounds.
This motherfucker. Man, making me. I'm over here for real life stressors. Real life in my peripherals. Real life. Talk about the Lions.
We need to talk, man. I'm all ears, man, because about 6 million people die from depression, man. It's not a game.
Well, it is a game. That's what I'm talking about. I'm depressed over a football game, but I feel you, and I respect your profession. I do. I know you don't watch football. I know you don't care about football, but you are a therapist, and I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't focus. I can't do nothing, man. I'm telling you, I can't do nothing. And content for me is now I'm getting resentful. I don't even want to do it. I mean, why would I do it with a team that just lost in the playoffs? I can't focus in. And
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm hearing you. You know, you're trying to figure out, you know, why should you keep going as a content creator when the Lions suck, basically.
I ain't say that. I pride myself on focusing in and making dope edits.
You know, you got to figure out. You got to ask yourself, what made them get to this point. You know, just last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know really much about football, but wasn't they in the round before the Super Bowl last year? As a Detroit fan, I think I watched the game. I think it was the Bears. I don't know. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but
it's a good team. Yeah, they was over there in the NFC Championship game, but I feel robbed. I feel like if I tell you about the game, I actually got to tell you about the season that happened.
Sit and talk and kind of break this down and see what exactly is the issue with you, because I hate to see you, in this type of shape where you love content so much, but you don't. I don't want to see you give up on the Lions.
Do you have any spare time? You ain't got no watch.
Not a little bit.
You don't have a watch. What? Like, bro, you got time for a friend, right?
Downtown Detroit, ready to open the 2024 season with higher hopes and more expectations than we've seen with this franchise in decades. Matter of fact, around the country, people are saying this is the team to beat. The Detroit Lions are the best team in football.
The Detroit Lions entered the 2024 season with a wave of momentum, riding high off their deep playoff run from the previous year. The expectations were soaring across the league. This wasn't just a team hoping to compete. This was a team hoping to dominate. The Detroit Lions also had the draft in Detroit, which was very impactful for us initially, where we drafted Terrion Arnold, Enos Rakestraw, and tried to put a button hook on this secondary. The offseason buzz was tremendous. It was electric. The Detroit Lions strengthened its defense with key acquisitions, ensuring that aggressive, hard-hitting style will remain a nightmare for the opposing quarterbacks. Aaron Glenn returned, as well as Ben Johnson, and Jared Goff, fully in command of the offense, developed an even tighter chemistry with his star receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams. The city of Detroit could feel it. This was a team on the brink of something special. As the countdown to week 1 neared, Ford Field was bracing for an unforgettable opener. The Lions, they weren't sneaking up on anyone anymore. They were seen as legitimate contenders. Analysts alike circled them as the team to beat, even Sports Illustrated. Dan Campbell went on to say that he wanted the whole enchilada this season.
The spirit of Detroit.
But it all started in week 1. The atmosphere was ferocious. 2023 campaign was by far nothing short of electric. A season defined by grit, resilience, toughness, and historic triumphs. From Amon-Ra St. Brown with clutch catches and Aiden Hutchinson with game-changing plays, the Lions roared through the regular season and clinched the first playoff win since 1991 in a dramatic victory over the Rams. And here we are again, facing Matthew Stafford and his beloved Rams. That breakthrough ignited a fan base and galvanized a franchise long hungry for glory. Now with all this momentum surging, expectations sky high through the roof, the Lions entered 2024 not as underdogs, but as a team with unfinished business. As the Motor City buzzed, Ford Field became a fortress, and the roar louder than ever. For most of you, this is something new. And if you're a Lions fan, this is something very new. In fact, this is new. We're coming off a historic 2023 campaign where we saw the team shock the league, go into a deep playoff run. I mean, the Lions transformed the lovable underdog into a legitimate contender. Jared Goff, once overlooked, had cemented himself as a quarterback that he could be confident and unshakable and lead this team to the promised land, just like he did for the Rams. Aiden Hutchinson became a heart of the defense and a relentless force that embodied Detroit's toughness. You couldn't ignore it anymore. For decades, the Lions were defined by struggle, heartbreak, seasons of what could have been, but the tides have shifted. The roaring resurgence that began under Dan Campbell had reached a fever pitch, and Detroit was no longer a franchise hoping to succeed. It was demanding it. And fans flooded preseason events, Honolulu Blue, and their voices rising in a unified chant. OnePride. We believed. They believed. The city believed. And most importantly, the players did too. And you know what we did that was so crazy? We just kept winning.
Play separates the Lions from first place after all that. Darnold takes the snap, back, looking, rush cone, Darnold hit, Darnold down. This game is over. Trevor Nowalski with the sack.
And Montgomery, stutter step running over people. Another first down.
That's pretty great. It's a great feeling if you're on that Lions sideline.
The most consistent unit over 4 years, Dave Phillips.
It's about players, man. And we got a lot of players in this locker room. It ain't about me. I thank God, I thank my family, I love you guys, and I love the game of football, man. It has given me life.
Answered points for the second time in this now 7-game win streak. Bates is the hero, and he does it back in his
The Detroit Lions are hope for everybody else. Because if the Detroit Lions can get to the point they're at now, anybody can get there. Because the Detroit Lions had some bad years. They had some bad years. Look at them now. The Detroit Lions are hope for everybody.
He's so fun to watch. But would you guys say that the Lions are the best team in the NFC right now? Ooh, I think they're playing the most. Like they're playing the best. Okay. So yeah. So right now, it seems like it.
Do you agree?
I'm with George.
But the crazy thing is, like, football's a lot different in December than it is.
It's a long season.
It's a long season.
Real long. What is it? Week 7? We got 11 more weeks after this.
Yeah. So it's just like if they can stay playing at that level for the rest of the season, goodness gracious, watch out, everybody.
Yeah.
And we've experienced it before too. It's like you be playing on a really high level, and then like you just lose a key player out of nowhere, like Jayden Hutchinson. Like how horrible. Like
it's just a heartbreaking scene here in Arlington, and we're not going to show you the replay because we saw it in the break. Trust me, you don't want to see it. Jayden Hutchinson's leg went a very funny way, and obviously major concern for him down on the field. And if you could read lips, sounds like he's saying he broke it, and it's just terrible. Score doesn't matter. That's Jayden Hutchinson, the Lions' best defensive player, is laying on the ground, who suffered a gruesome leg injury. We're not showing it. I just hope he's okay. Players on their knees, praying, hoping, as they work on the Lions' superstar defensive end. That's Jayden Hutchinson, the Lions' star defensive end, and obviously all the players out to give him a dap. See Micah Parsons there, and just the emotion. I mean, this is one of the leaders of the Lions, former second overall pick, just plays so hard every play, led the league in sacks from Plymouth, Michigan. He's one of their own, and I got to tell you, Tommy, it's just awful to watch.
Yeah, heartbreaking to watch and see.
That's the thing you don't understand. As 1 second overall pick light started to dim, another ones was just getting lit.
Now we have the Commanders on the clock looking to take a quarterback second overall for the first time since Robert Griffin III in 2012. Who's going to be the pick here? Will it be another Heisman winner?
It's Jayden, Adam Peters from the Commanders. How you doing, man? I just couldn't be more impressed, and I couldn't be more proud to pick you to represent our franchise. So congratulations.
Second pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jayden Daniels.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look.
Search Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels wasted no time proving he was the real deal and the steal of the draft. His ability to extend plays, make pinpoint throws, and dominate with his legs made him one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the league in 2024. He led the Washington Commanders to relevancy again. His rookie campaign was nothing short of historic. Daniels finished the season with 3,500 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and yes, 891 rushing yards. And who could forget finishing 7th in MVP voting? His dual threat ability kept the defenses guessing, and his fearless approach to the game made Washington one of the most exciting teams to watch. Washington had long been searching for stability at quarterback position, a leader who could ignite the offense and inspire the fan base. When the Commanders selected Daniels with the second overall pick in 2024, expectations were high, but few could have predicted the immediate impact he would have. From the moment he stepped on the field, Daniels showcased a rare combination of poise, athleticism, and leadership that galvanized the team as well as the city. The Washington Commanders closed out the 2024 season in spectacular fashion, winning 6 of their last 7 games to secure a playoff berth. Their late season surge was fueled by Jayden Daniels' dynamic playmaking, the resilient defense, and clutch performances in high-stakes matchups. In fact, those high-stakes matchups was Week 13 against the Tennessee Titans, a 42-19 win, New Orleans, a 20-19 win, Philadelphia, a 36-33 win, Atlanta, which was 30-24 in OT, as well as Dallas Cowboys in Week 18, 23-19. The impact of their late season run was astonishing. While Washington was finishing 6-1, Detroit propelled itself to a 15-2 record, and Washington Commanders were just happy to be relevant again, bolstering themselves to a 12-5 record and securing a wild card playoff spot, the 7th seed no less. Jayden Daniels was looking to make an impact, especially in the playoffs, for the city of Washington and for the Commanders.
So, no Aiden Hutchinson, right? So, you should still be fine, right? Right?
You can't really explain the 2024 Detroit Lions season without one word, really.
That you want to make sure that they do make it to the regular season, but I mean, it's the preseason, these things happen. It's just unfortunate that the injury bug just keeps continually hitting the Lions over this last week or so.
But yeah, I see a lot of guys getting hurt, and I know it happens all the time, but you're seeing big names starting to get hurt, and I don't know what it is. Is it just bad luck? Is it bad turf? You blame everything, but I just want to put bubble wrap on this entire team because I'm scared out of my wits, because what's the only thing that's going to stop them this year is the injuries. That's it.
Yeah. And you're hearing reports out of Lions camp of, this guy's, banged up. I mean, when you hear about a hamstring injury, Kang and I are on board with this. And I think you are too, but maybe not to the extent that Kang and I are. When you hear somebody has a hamstring injury, and it's a skilled position player like a running back like Jahmyr Gibbs, I hate hearing hamstring.
And Sam Laporta, our day-to-day.
It's why we have the depth that we have. I mean, that's the whole purpose behind bringing in the guys we do. And we don't bat an eye. We acknowledge there's some good players that could be down, but this is your opportunity now. Next man, step up and help us.
Have to keep doing it without key pieces of their defense. Malcolm Rodriguez is the latest. He's out for the year after tearing his ACL in the win over the Bears. That, according to ESPN and NFL Network. Alex Anzalone has missed the last 2 games. Derek Barnes hasn't played since week 3. Detroit is signing Quan Alexander off Denver's practice squad. 30 years old. He's started 2 games for the Broncos this season and played in another.
So I know this, whoever we have available, we're going to get them ready to play, and we expect them to hold the line, period.
This is why we asked the question. Of the confidence level you have in the Lions, has it changed at all in the last couple of weeks, now that you're starting to see what other teams look like?
Well, let me say this first, man. Anytime you lose players, man, it's hard. And it's, the obvious that everybody sees is, you lose the player and that production and what he's done on the field. But it's more than that to us. It's more to that, the coaches and his teammates. I mean, they bring so much more to the table than just out there running around and trying to make plays. What they bring to the locker room, the laughs you have, the bond you have with those guys. So when you lose a guy like Aleem McNeil, it's a big part of what we do. And Dave Montgomery and Khalil Dorsey and Carlton Davis, man, those hurt. Those hurt, man, and you hate losing guys like that. But at the same time, we got an opportunity. And, I told those guys, and with anybody that's been hurt, no matter Hutch to Kaminsky to all of them, man, I don't want, this can't be in vain. These injuries that these guys, which all of our guys lay it on the line, but we can't let these injuries be in vain, man. All of those players helped us get to the point we're at. They helped us these last 4 helped us get to 12 wins. And we owe it to them to finish this thing out. And that's how I view it. And so it means there's another opportunity for other guys.
Believe that the Lions' injury issues could get any worse. They did during the team's loss to the Bills at Ford Field on Sunday. 3 players are definitely out for the rest of the season. Aleem McNeil went down with a knee injury. Same with David Montgomery, who will undergo surgery. Khalil Dorsey suffered a serious ankle injury and will not return until next season. And Carlton Davis has a shot at coming back after a jaw injury, but it's going to be a while at best. So once again, Dan Campbell and his staff will be forced to rearrange their depth chart and push forward.
We acknowledge the fact that, man, we've lost players, we've lost really good players, but nobody cares. I mean, nobody cares, and nobody's going to give us a pass or put an asterisk next to your record or
So what it means is some guys are going to have an unbelievable opportunity.
Like,
you know,
guys
because
are missing
those
time. Like, it's tough to
pro
win.
players, bro. That's tough.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, you can't just be like, oh, next man up mentality. Like, yeah, of course you want that to be the case.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, it's gonna make everybody else's job harder because now it's not just one guy having to elevate, it's everybody else having to elevate what they're doing.
And
right?
you could probably do it for a game of two, right? The next man up mentality. I totally get that. Yeah.
Listen, you can do it for as long as you want. Like the Detroit Lions were a perfect example. They did it for as long as they could, and they won a ton of games. But then when the moment mattered most, what happened? The defense didn't show up, and those falters in their defense showed up. So how the league goes, like you need your guys who you're paying all this money, or your star players, to go be out there and make the plays. Because at the end of the day, coaches don't win games, players win games. Coaches get players in position to win the games, but you need those guys to go out there and make the plays.
Absolutely, you can. Right. The thing is, I go back and I look at the Ravens. No one thought they could win a Super Bowl when, I don't know, they was averaging 13, 14 points a game, what Trent did for the quarterback, but they found ways to win. Right? I know New England had some defenses that wasn't top of the charts, and they won Super Bowls. New Orleans won the Super Bowl in 2009. The thing they had is like 36 takeaways, right? But they won a top defense going that year. So you damn right we can do it. The thing that we have to continue to do is make these impact plays that we've been making. We're going to continue to do that.
Detroit Lions entered the 2024 season with championship aspirations, boasting one of the most formidable defenses in the NFL. However, injuries struck hard, testing the resilience of the team and forcing them to adapt in ways never anticipated. Despite the setbacks, Detroit's defense remained a force, proving that grit and determination could overcome even the most devastating of losses. Phase 1 was Aiden Hutchinson and Marcus Davenport. Significant injuries to both their defensive ends, one in week 2, as well as one in week 5 against the Dallas Cowboys. When the star edge Aiden Hutchinson went down, he suffered a tibia and a fibula fracture. Hutchinson had been on pace for a career best, leading the league in sacks, leading the league in pressures before the injury. His absence left a void in Detroit's pass rush, forcing them to rely heavily on rotational players and scheme adjustment to maintain their defensive intensity. The injury didn't stop there with Hutchinson. Defensive tackle Aleem McNeil tore his ACL in week 15, ending his season prematurely. His presence in the trenches had been crucial for stopping the run, and the loss forced him to shuffle defensive front. The injuries were ubiquitous. They affected every level of the defense, from the linebackers, defensive line, even the cornerback room. Everybody was affected, and it did bring out some weaknesses shown in certain games. The Niners game, the Bills game. Those same players weren't there. Despite the injuries, Detroit Lions remain one of the top units in the league, finishing 7th overall in points allowed. Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn made some magic and did strategic adjustments, and he relied on his team. He relied on Kirby Joseph as well as Brian Branch to get the job done. And the Lions put up top 5 third down defense, top 5 run defense, and had a 7th fewest in points allowed. So although they gave up yards in the passing game, being 26th, they still maintained high grades in strategic categories that affected the game. This defense was a patchwork defense. This team was depleted but not defeated. Yes, the season did test our depth, and it did test the will and the unity of the team. 20 down on defense, starters and rotational players. Feels like a storm that won't quit. You're still standing. This team wasn't built solely on who's in the lineup. It's built on grit, heart, and a standard that doesn't flinch when adversity knocks. Every name on that jersey matters. And now the next man up isn't just filling a gap. He's stepping into a legacy. You've lost bodies, but not belief, not culture, not fight. The world may look at the injury report and count you out. You've never been in the business of listening to them and outsiders. Your business is proving them wrong, snap by snap, game by game. So buckle up, get your chin strapped with pride, because what you're doing now, this is bigger than football. This is heart, this is grit, this is the Lions. And this is the message that was carried on for the team in totality. And it built confidence.
Kind of growing that maybe the defense isn't good enough to help this team win a Super Bowl?
I think that's honestly. It's just one of those things that we have to do our part and, limit points, and that's the number one goal as a defense. And, we haven't been doing that recently, but at the same time to say we're not good enough to win the Super Bowl, I think that's pretty dumb.
Xavier McKinney said earlier that you guys seem like you're trying to embarrass people.
We just playing football. If you're not coming with it to win, then we're gonna get your ass whooped.
I ain't really got no food or anything. You got food in here? Can I check? I'll check your fridge. Pringles in the refrigerator, man? You all right? You good? You good? Oh, see, I know what it is. You ain't got no kids. See, kids keep a full refrigerator. This is ridiculous. Pringles in the refrigerator, dog?
You want Detroit? Then you got Detroit.
Yep.
And Commanders fans, Detroit's got you and your third worst rushing defense in the NFL and your rookie quarterback and just an insane environment Saturday night where we got all day to get right, if you know what I mean. You have no concept of what you're walking into.
Football is built on passion, competition, and unwavering team loyalty. And unfortunately for Detroit Lions fans, we have probably the most loyalty. We faced dysfunction for the last 30 years, and we are designed to brag and boast now that we tasted the mountaintop. For most of us, like Woodward Sports here, they set off a powder keg of disrespect. When rival fan bases engage in disrespectful back and forth, it takes away from what makes this sport so incredible. The game is about unity, about fierce yet respectful battles, about celebrating the highs and enduring the lows. This trash talk is a part of sports culture, but between Commanders fans as well as Detroit Lions fans, especially Neil Rule, when it turns toxic, it needs to be stopped and fleshed out. We as Lions fans felt like this was our year, 15-2, blowing teams out, defense decimated, but we still at the top in every statistical category that mattered. But let's keep the focus on what truly matters. The teams, the moments, the history, the game itself. Football is meant to bring us together and not drive us apart. This approach keeps us respectful. Now let's take a look back at all the trash talk, all the punching our ticket before it even mattered, and all the nonsense that we said. Let's take a look back. Let's hold ourselves accountable. But Neil Rule and Woodward Sports, by far, your takes, your commentary, and your understanding of the football game in totality is flawed and severely misrepresentative of Detroit. And I say that respectfully, of course.
None whatsoever. We are 60 minutes away from hosting an NFC Championship game. And if you thought that I was going to roll in here today and just be calm about that and say, let it play out and stuff like that, I will not. And this, we can just record and run back tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday, I'll be even more extra about it. We are 60 minutes away from hosting the NFC Championship game here in Detroit to go to the Super Bowl. We are 60 minutes from... You think that you're going to walk in here and stop that from happening?
Stand on business, Neil.
You think you're going to stop that? With that defense, Sean, they ain't stopping it. Nothing's going to stop this.
This championship game isn't at RFK.
It's inevitable.
It isn't at Frisco. It's going to be here. And by the way, I don't know, were you guys, David Montgomery's back? Were you guys aware of that?
Yeah.
So I want to just let me get this straight. You got the best line in the league. You got Gibbs and Montgomery going up against your run defense. Good luck with that. Maybe I have to go back to the cheeks again. Maybe I need to go. No, seriously, good luck with that. I love this matchup. I think the one thing that you've shown Aaron Glenn has done is he gets into quarterbacks' heads. He gets into quarterbacks' heads. You've seen it time and time again. If he can do that to Sam Bradford, oh, did I do it again? Sam Darnold, if he can do it to Sammy Bradford, what do you think he's going to do to your rookie quarterback?
I just want to say that I've been very nice to the Commanders fans and people, and God bless them. I've been very nice. I've done collaborations with them. I've been very astute, been very nice. The Cinderella story is over. I just want to say today, I've been very nice. I've been respectful. I've collaborated.
I've deliberated. I've broken bread. I've done everything very nice to the Commanders people. I've shown them where the Coney Island's at. I told them where to get Coney Island from. Now it's time to put a foot where it needs to go. And, unfortunately, for me, we got too much stuff. Top 5 in red zone offense, top 5 in red zone defense. We got way too much stuff.
I've been seeing, and it's kind of disappointing. You respect your opponent, but you can still respect somebody that you're superior to, right? And when I say superior, not as in in a human sense, but we are a better football team than the Washington Commanders. Can they catch us slipping? They could. Is it any given Sunday? It is, but we're a better football team, and I don't think that's arrogance. I mean, it's in the stats, because, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I go by.
Hey, look, you see what this say right here? That's all we got to do, baby. That's all we got to do.
Shock the world. Yes. Yeah. Hey, look. And shock the world you will, because check this out. This is a lot of stuff. I'm going to go through this. And the Commanders fans, if y'all don't know me, I'm Spirit of Detroit podcast. I'm one of the more even keel people. Check out my channel. But when we look at Lions offense, first the offense per game, we got 4 players with 1,000 or more yards. That's Jahmyr Gibbs, that's St. Brown, that's J-Mo. Y'all gonna be introduced to 9 in a minute. And we got the rushing offense, which is a misnomer because we was a first for a long time. And then look what you want, call it what you will. Y'all might, it's a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit. That's a lot.
In offense, I mean, Austin Eckler's okay.
We're better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just trying to be nice. We better. We
ain't got to
better.
be nice. Everybody been disrespecting us, but they expect us to be so PC and be so respectful of our opponents while we get disrespected. Our receiving core is better from top to bottom. You can argue whether you think McLaurin's better than St. Brown, or they 1A and 1B, or however you feel about it. But St. Brown's numbers are blowing his out the water career-wise already so far. Like I said, our receiving core from top to bottom is better. Our tight end is better. Zach Ertz has more experience, but right now, Sam Laporte is better. Both of our tackles are better. We're better on the interior of our offensive line, even though that's kind of one of our weaknesses right now, but we're still better than them. It's just this, and I get it during the playoffs, you have to sell hope. Everybody roots for a Cinderella.
While the Detroit Lions were doing battle on the field and the fans were doing battle on the internet, there was a different battle brewing, a financial one. Tickets for this game were going to be astronomical.
They put on a really good show, but seeing the Lions play in person could end up costing more than what some call an arm and a leg. Ticket prices are soaring right now heading into the playoffs. So right now, the ticket price for standing room only, get this, Karen, just to get in the door for the next Lions game is over $600. Thanks for joining us. I'm Damon Fernandez.
And that is our big story with the team now. The odds on favorite, those prices are not expected to go down anytime soon. So let's get out to Sean Lay. He's been working this story. So Sean, this is without question the hottest ticket in town.
Cold out here. Ticket prices hot, and remember, this is just the start. We have 2 weeks of these prices only to go one way, and that's up. Right now, we're tracking these ticket prices for you. At 2 p.m. today, $601 was the lowest price available on StubHub. I just checked here at the 5:30 hour. The same ticket, $698. It's going up like a red-hot stock, and then the highest price on StubHub right now is $1,898. And once again, this is just a start to get in here.
Just isn't an option.
They're outrageous, Last year I got to get in a few games, they're affordable, but this year they're quite expensive.
It's kind of worth it at the same time, especially if they win. But $600 for Lions ticket, it's definitely change of pace.
Out of those parking lots that folks are being caught trying to charge close to $1,000 on game day.
It's rare to see police tape up, but no active crime scene. In this case, the city is cracking down on price gouging. They've actually suspended the business license here ahead of tomorrow's huge Lions playoff game.
This is totally unacceptable.
The city of Detroit is making sure Lions fans looking for parking ahead of Saturday's playoff game don't get ripped off.
I don't know anybody who thinks that paying $900 or $1,000 to park is reasonable. And if we find a parking lot illegally charging people to park, we are going to use every tool in our arsenal to get their attention and let them know that this is a bad idea.
On Friday, 3 parking lots around Ford Field were temporarily closed, 2 on Gratiot and 1 on Randolph.
We're going to take them in front of a Wayne County Circuit Court judge. We're going to ticket them. We're going to shut them down, and we're going to take steps to suspend their license. Allow folks to charge $900 and $1,000. That's totally unacceptable.
Then, at 9 a.m. Friday morning, this case went in front of a Wayne County Circuit Court judge.
There's no secret, the elephant in the room tomorrow is a big day in town. Go Lions.
Park Rights attorney Michael Vogt said the $999 price was a complete error and was used internally as an inventory control measure within their online dashboard so they wouldn't oversell spaces, saying the parking app Spot Hero is to blame due to an algorithm change that accidentally pushed out the $1,000 price tag.
All of a sudden, without any knowledge and unbeknownst to Parkwright, caused the $9.99 rate that's in his internal dashboard to get published.
The court found through testimony that no one was charged a $999 rate and that the app Spot Hero putting the price out there was posted inadvertently. The judge then requested the parking lots to be reopened. In a statement provided to 7 News Detroit, attorney for Parkwright Michael Vogt said, quote, Parkwright is thankful that the court took immediate action to right this wrong and undo the city's unjustified closures, which unnecessarily damaged Parkwright's business and reputation. Still, for Detroit Lions fans, with that fumble, they wouldn't pay $999.
You'd spend $1,000.
No, not a chance.
Not a chance. We're from
Can't do
Canada too, eh?
I had the money, yeah, I would do it.
On Gratiot and Brush, Peter Maxwell, 7 News Detroit.
We're here in Detroit. You could go on a trip to Vegas, a trip to Miami, or you could also go on a trip down to Cabo in Mexico. But some people would rather buy the ticket.
For that price, once in a lifetime, over 70 years, go to the game.
If I had the chance of going for $600, no, I wouldn't.
This weekend's Lions game is making headlines not just for its stakes, but for its ticket prices. Ticket prices are more expensive than all other NFL games this weekend combined.
You got to take that ticket and go. You can always go on trips, but Lions aren't going to be here every time.
You cannot take a dime with you when you're down and under. You might as well enjoy it on above ground.
But ticket prices were just a little too much for Judy.
I mean, I'd love to see them, but not at that price.
Others, like Jeremy Lee, will be out of town and are trying to sell their tickets to this weekend's game.
For our club seats, I believe they were $750 a piece. And so we'll sell them for more than that.
But what else can you get for that kind of money? What other experiences?
Jerseys range around 130, go to 175. So I would say just about a couple, about like 3, 4, 5.
You take the 600 or 800 or 900 or where you sit in the stadium and you apply that to a trip, Peter, no brainer. Watch the game at home and then go on a trip and save your money.
Dean McCurry is a travel expert and says with these ticket prices, you can head out of town to a resort.
Punta Cana, Riviera Maya, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, Mazatlan, Dominican Republic, and the Caribbean. And that's like $1,000.
The decision will ultimately come down to balancing love for the game with their wallet, but for some, it's all about that Honolulu blue.
We're going to the Super Bowl. Lions going to the Super Bowl. Don't get me excited in here.
In Livonia, Peter Maxwell, 7 News, Detroit.
You seem stressed, man. You seem stressed. I think I got something that might help you, try to clear some of that stress you got, man.
This really made me feel better coming to you today, man. Like, bro, these Pringles slap, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
So you just gonna eat my dinner, nigga? Damn, like, damn, shit. Help a nigga eat, just gonna go in your refrigerator, eat here, spray this nigga, man.
Pringles in the refrigerator hit different, man. I don't know why more people don't do that.
This year, based on coming off of last year, you guys know what it is to win in the postseason. You got a lot of guys that also know what it is to lose, just having been through it together.
Yeah, I tell you this, I don't think anybody in that room, myself included, has forgot that feeling of flying back on that airplane from San Francisco. And so we've been all year long extremely detailed, extremely locked in, and to see it go up another level here this week, it's been really impressive. So our guys know this is exactly what we've been working so hard over the course of the spring, summer, over the course of the season, and so now we're ready to go.
One of those players that was ready to go was their unquestioned leader, Jared Goff. Coming off the best statistical season he ever had in his career, Jared Goff was primed for an epic playoff performance. But Jared Goff, without a shadow of a doubt, if they were going to be ready, it was going to be on his shoulder and his arm only. This guy was 5th in MVP candidate voting, and he was going to be the difference maker for the Detroit Lions. If not him, then who? Powered offense, talented QB, best defense in the league. Sounds like a Hollywood movie. Detroit going from desolate to dominate in just 3 seasons. But just like Jared Goff, Detroit has its detractors. And just like Detroit, Jared Goff definitely has his own, by his own credit. Some could say Jared Goff doesn't shine when the lights are the brightest, and I would tend to agree.
Back here.
Really, we got to wake up on offense. We're not converting. We're not getting into first downs to where we continue to maintain. And so we got to pick it up.
It's gone for the Lions, and that'll be the 3rd interception by Houston in the half.
I don't think you can be the best team in the league when you have a civilian at quarterback. Come on. Hold on. I know you're going to get mad. Just wait. Just wait. I think that Jared Goff is great when he's protected, but has a game like last week in it. He has it in it. And when you're going to be, and the whole NFC, by the way, might have civilians at quarterbacks. All the superheroes play in the AFC. You saw 2 of them play last night. I think you saw 2 of them play in the afternoon. Lamar, you know what I mean? 29 out of 30 times is that guy. Those guys. I can't say this team with Jared Goff at quarterback is better than the Chiefs or the Bills. I can't. I won't.
Is this just a great start to a new era, or is this team going to try to rewrite NFL history?
We're ready to roll here inside of Ford Field.
2nd and goal to 2. Handoff Robinson up the middle, crosses the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown Washington, and the Commanders take the lead.
Cooking these boys. Easy.
Snap to Daniels, quick throw to the opposite side. Terry McLaurin got through 2 defenders. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Foot race at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown Washington! Unreal run by McLaurin! The track meet is on! Pressure up the middle. Goff has the time, throws over that, and picked up! That is picked up by Quan Martin! 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, pick 6! Touchdown! Touchdown Washington! Quan Martin! He's got time, steps up, bobs one up, looking for Gianni Brown. It's caught at the 7-yard line! A perfect throw from Daniels to Brown!
Phenomenal throw. That was just a phenomenal throw.
Snap to Daniels. 3rd and goal. Quick pass. That is a touchdown to Zach Ertz!
This is a route running clinic by Zach Ertz.
We knew this was a really talented team. We have to come fight. We have to be very specific about how we have to go win it. Fortunately for us, the ball was the deciding factor.
It's another trick play. Amon-Ra St. Brown to Jamison Williams, who's going to throw the ball towards Jahmyr Gibbs. Is that picked up? It is by Mikey Sandristel, his 2nd pick of the game.
The mantra, anybody, anywhere, anytime. That was today.
1-yard line. It goes 1st and goal here. McNichols is the back. Hand up, McNichols. Can't quite get their timing for the goal line. Extra effort, leans. Did they give it to him? Yes! Touchdown! Touchdown, Washington!
That'll do it. The 1 seed goes down. The Commanders on their way to the championship game.
This team has just came together tremendously within this year. A band of brothers for sure that definitely ready to go to war for each other.
feels good. It's a real moment just for the Washington fan base, whole DMV.
Celebrate like it's 1991! We're going to the NFC Championship game!
Not the Hollywood ending we all expected. But this isn't a Washington Commanders story. Not at all. They made the plays. They did what they had to do, and they capitalized off turnovers and defensive mistakes. But while one side was rejoicing, another side felt like a bomb dropped on the city. This team came in with a W on their helmets, and they left with a W in their hand.
Goff's feeling the pressure and the pain of not performing his best in the biggest moment. Looking out at this defense, hoping they can make a stop here without having to use a timeout, but it's still a long road for this team to climb.
Detroit turned the ball over 5 times. Washington stunned the crowd and ended the Lions season with a thud.
It just hurts to lose, man. And I don't care if you're the 7 seed, 6 seed, 5 seed, 1 seed, because I've lost in all of them damn near, and it stings and it hurts. So, you know, it hurts.
So painfully disappointed and sorry to our fans, and sucks.
Fortunate you secure the 1 seed, you know, home field advantage all for the playoffs, and just a fantastic group of guys to go out there and compete with, and didn't get it done tonight. So just really disappointed.
It's hard, you know, when you lose these games, man. It's like the players, you know. What they put into it, a lot of people don't know, you know, what they go through. You have to get up, bodies beat you know, mentally stay locked in and do those things. So, long season.
The Commanders made all the big plays on all the critical downs. 3rd down, 4th down conversions. Meanwhile, the Lions just continued to turn the ball over. 3 Jared Goff interceptions, a Jamison Williams interception, and a Goff fumble. Put this team in a hole they couldn't climb out of.
I wish I could have played a little bit better. Wish I could have taken care of the ball a little bit better.
Locker room, what we were able to accomplish together. Ultimately, we were not able to meet our ultimate goal, you know, our team goal. And I think that's kind of how everybody's going to feel in here.
Dan Campbell was asked if he felt like Jayden Daniels was going to play like a 10-year vet. He quickly answered yes and said the tape showed that. Jared Goff said the team felt like it was one of those days. It started to compile early on.
Some fans were mourning the loss and, I guess, appreciating the season. We were all going through some type of form of grief. And to me, I think anger is one of those forms. Anger. We felt cheated. We felt that we missed out on rings. We felt that we fell short of a goal that was inevitably ours. All we had was anger, shock. The people that support this team through rain, sleet, snow, 0-16, everything, we definitely had something to say about everybody.
And you need to know the truth. And the truth is this. This team needs to get the defense sucks. It always has. I told you, you don't win a Super Bowl with a bottom-tier defense. I said to you that the offense was carrying this team. I'm tired.
Pick 6, so 7.
But
7.
Either
We'll
way,
go
they
70
put up.
then.
They put up. If
That's
the game,
too many
39 points.
Like
38
now,
points.
even if, and by the way, I'm not. I everything can be true. I said this while you were gone, and this is where I was going with this.
Yeah.
People are going to argue the next couple of days. I already know how this is going to go. It's going to be the golf crowd. There's going to be the defense crowd. There's going to be the out coaching crowd. But guess what? Everything can be true.
It's at
Everything
halftime.
happens.
What is the conversation I told you at
Everything's true.
halftime? We're going back and forth with defense can't get a stop, offense is turnovers. No, this is a team effort here. Is why you lost the game, and it was like that. Like we saw it with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
We saw it now, and it's like, yeah, you can use the excuse, and there's going to be Lions fans out there, and not even just Lions fans, people who cover the team, people who cover this, who cover that, and they're going to be like, well, man, and they're going to switch quick. Oh, the 20 injuries, the 20 IR guys. You know what? Like, and I've told you this, Jeff. Like, it could quickly turn, and I respect you for being honest about it all season. But the thing is, like, the matter of the fact is, it's like, yeah, you can have the injuries. All right, if you're gonna tell me the injuries were the problem this whole time, please tell me how you're feeling right now. Like, are you okay with the game that just happened? Because I'm not, and I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's just the injury. No. Like,
we stuck with Jared Goff, playoff Goff, every time. Every fucking time.
I mean, what do this shit matter? Our motherfucking coordinator's gonna be gone after this season. They both
They
gone.
can go.
I know they're gone
They
for
can
sure.
go.
They gone for
They
sure.
can go. Let them go. Let them go. I don't care.
I don't care, bro. If they go shit the bed like this in the playoffs every motherfucking year, they can go. I don't care about nothing about 15 wins, all these offensive points records and this and that. I don't give a rat's ass, bro. If they gonna do this shit every year in the goddamn playoffs, go. Bye.
Hey, I got let me say this. My bad, EJ. Let me say this one quick. Let me say this one quick time. I got a gripe with the NFL, man. They gotta stop having these damn coordinators interview doing preparation week for the playoffs, man. Do that shit after the fucking when your team get eliminated.
What the fuck is that shit about?
Do that.
Ben Johnson, he outsmarted himself again. Trick play after trick play, interception. You have a team in the Commanders that was the 30th ranked run defensive. We got away from the run. We got away from Jahmyr Gibbs, who was killing it. You failed, Ben Johnson.
As if we're not 15-2 or whatever our record was because of trick plays. Whenever the Detroit Lions have been in a tough position all year, we've called a trick play. And 99% of the time, that trick play has worked exactly how we want it to work. But the one time that trick play doesn't go how we want, it results in an interception. Not only is it not Jameson Williams' fault for throwing the ball when he could have tucked it and reverse field. If you go back and watch that play, he could have tucked it, reverse field. He had nothing but blockers. Our entire offensive line and Amon-Ra was to the left of him. If Jameson Williams simply did not throw the ball, tucked it, and ran towards half of the fucking team, he scores a touchdown on that play. But since it resulted in an interception, Ben Johnson called a shit game. As if we have not lived off of Ben Johnson's play calling for the entirety, and when I say entirety, I do mean entirety of this run.
Y'all lost to a rookie quarterback at home for your first ever hosted playoff game as a number 1 seed. What in a fucking embarrassment. I would have accepted y'all lost to the Eagles on some Saquon Barkley busting your ass type shit. I would have accepted that.
This was a significant issue. All 3 coaches. We'll start with Dan Campbell. Why wasn't there a timeout taken? 12 men on defense. I don't know. 4th down and 2. That was critical. There was mistakes made by Dan Campbell in this game. So he deserves flack for this one. Aaron Glenn, you failed. Blitz, 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 blitz. You failed. Now, you didn't have much talent because you have dealt with a lot of injuries. You dealt with another one with Meek Robertson. So I get it. But y'all failed.
And we're literally 4 interceptions away from the NFC Championship game. 4 interceptions. And I haven't heard nothing about this clown. I haven't heard nothing. And we paid him $200 million. I've heard nothing. We paid this clown $200 million, and he hasn't shown up in a damn important game. He could go 18-18 to the Seahawks, and they go 9-8, and they don't make the playoffs. They nobodies. No one holds this dude to task. No one holds this dude capable, man. I'm really tired of this Jared Goff
Jared Goff. Hold this dude accountable, man. Tired of a dude making $50 million and ain't winning no games.
Crash out was real. It was all over. Whether it was injuries, whether it was Ben Johnson, whether it was the defense, whether it was Goff, the blame game circulated throughout Detroit. But my biggest question was, where do we go from here? How do we adapt? How do we move forward? In the Army, I was always taught to adapt and overcome in any circumstance, in any situation. Learn and grow. But in a moment with Anwar, I had the most ultimate clairvoyance. Clear mind, clear thought. My Detroit Lions sucked that day. They sucked the whole game. But they don't suck in reality. The reality is my Detroit Lions are one of the most respected organizations in the league today. After 63 years of ineptitude, not even mustering a 4 consecutive winning season, my Detroit Lions are turning the page, and they matter. They're relevant. The window's always open. The team has to win the games, and they have to walk through the door to the Super Bowl. And it's not going to be easy. But the fact that the Super Bowl is in sight, the fact that the Super Bowl is around, the fact that the Super Bowl is even a goal, that matters. And sometimes, out of our own greed for a Super Bowl, we miss that thought. So this was my moment for ultimate clairvoyance and ultimate understanding. I hope you enjoy it.
Maybe we should just appreciate the season that we had. You know? Maybe we should just appreciate the team that we had, right? This ain't the same old Lions, man. This ain't... I mean, this lake is trash. The Lions wasn't. I mean, when you think about it, actually, politics was trash. Inflation was trash. Gas prices, oil prices, everything was trash, but our Lions wasn't. This lake is so tragic, this lake, it actually makes me feel better. You should have just took me to the lake to begin with. This shit look bad. Is it? Look at that.
Damn, this shit is kind of bad, man.
You think I'm going to end it like that? Are you serious? This is Spirit of Detroit Podcast. Bring in the rap music, bring in the choir, bring in the fucking record players. Let's do this shit. Let's end this on a fucking good note. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go.
But God watching, gotta stay prayed up. My God got me. Life ain't easy, but every day it's a blessing. This life that I'm living sometimes is wild and hectic. It's hectic, but dear God, I thank you for everything you gave to us. You cut them devils away from us, and you finally made a way for us. So I say, dear God, I thank you for everything you gave to us. You cut them devils away from us, and you finally made a way for us. I say, you finally made a way, finally made a way, finally made a way, finally made a way, and finally made a way, finally made a way, and finally made a way.
Level of just like, yeah, exciting, just like unpredictable that y'all bring, y'all bring to the game. Every game, it's like, I know it ain't go exactly how it ended how I wanted to, but man, y'all really got it, y'all built it up, and like, shit, like, let that go, and like, just go focus on the new one, man. Y'all
Cut them devils away from us, and finally made a way for us.
The spirit of Detroit